All right, good morning, guys. So this is the assignment for Tuesday, 5/19. So here was there we go. Here's our agenda. So yesterday we finished up Amplify Right. Today we're going to do a brain pop assignment, and then tomorrow's optical illusions. And then remember, no learning log this week. And I'm actually not giving you any work on Thursday or Friday for those of you that have gotten yourself a little behind and need to get caught up. Because remember, I need all late work by Tuesday morning at 8 a.m., right? All right, so we need to go over a couple things. So we know that three things can happen to light when they hit an object, right? They can be absorbed, that's where it goes in and stays. They can be reflected, it's where it hits a surface and bounces back, or it can be transmitted where it goes through a surface. So we saw that in our Pear Deck last week, and we saw it in the sim yesterday. We need to add one more thing. So sometimes when light is passing through, so this is a form of transmission, if it's just going straight through and the wave doesn't have to change speed, it would go straight. But most of the time, when light enters a new material, it is actually what we call refracted. And that's because it bends as it passes through, and it has to do with the speed of light. So light can travel at the speed of light, which is like 300,000 kilometers per second, as it's in space. As soon as it has to go through something else, like air, it's going to slow down a little bit. If it has to go through water, it's going to slow down a little bit more. Imagine you trying to run a mile in a swimming pool, right? You go a lot slower. So same with light. It just travels slower through thicker objects. So here what I did is in my kitchen, I just poured, or this one just has air in it, and then you can see the straw just goes straight, right? I put water in this beaker, and notice right here, it looks like it's broken. It looks like the top half of the straw is more on this side of the screen, and then the bottom half is more on this side of the screen. And so it looks like it's broken or bent, and like then this part even like looks a little bit bigger, like it's like under a magnifying glass. And then this is oil. It's avocado oil, so it's not as thick as like a good real thick olive oil or vegetable oil. You get even bigger effect, but you could see it looks even more broken than the water. Or what you can really tell is like it looks like it's more magnified down here. And all this happens because of the bending of light. So that's what we're going to do today in Brain Pop. So we're going to review some things that we saw. I showed you a video about this last week where the word that's happening here, and some people incorrectly put reflected. I didn't count you bad. But what's happened is when the light hit the prism, it refracted, it bent each wavelength differently, and that's how we got our rainbow. So we're going to go over that today. So I did make it an assignment in Classroom. There's a link right here. And so you can hand it in Classroom. It's also going to be on your Clever dashboard. So if you were to hit Brain Pop, it should already assign. It actually might have went up today. So this is my teacher here's where I signed it. This is my teacher dashboards. This is what I see. I don't know what you guys see when you get in, but you're doing the light assignment. Let me show you what it look. Oh, well, you as a student, let's do that one. Okay, so all I want you to do is watch the movie and then do the review quiz. I didn't make it the quiz. You get to retry it. Okay, so it's just going to help us with some concepts that will help us with our next activity the next few days. All right, so do the Brain Pop, and then the next activity is going to be our optical illusion.